Hey everybody, and welcome back to more Pokemon Sword. Last time we got Dynamax bands, we covered a lot of Pokemon on Route 2, got new clothes, battled Hop. I'm gonna get it right eventually. And we destroyed him. Hop's looking at the grass, there's a little Choodle sitting there, being all cute and stuff. But today we're actually gonna head to a new area and try to get to the next city where we have like a ceremony to open up for the Pokemon League. But first, I do want to show a couple new Pokemon because I want to cover them. Yamper's trying to chase us. It's so damn cute. I love it a lot. But let's cover Yamper. Oh my god, Yamper, I've said a million times, you're so adorable. Yamper is the electric Corgi Pokemon. Yamper's higher stat is HP, with both defense stats being behind it. The poor thing about Yamper is, while it is cute, it doesn't really get its first decent electric move until Spark at level 20. Spark's a physical attack move, which, not gonna lie, it's not Yamper's best stat. Yamper is pretty slow for electric types, so that is also not great. The good thing, though, about Yamper is it evolves at level 25, and speed becomes its best stat with a much, and I mean much higher attack stat. Well, for both physical and special. So if you're willing to put the work in to get Yamper to level 25, it's a pretty decent Pokemon. It just takes some work. There are other electric types that I personally prefer over Yamper, but Yamper's not a bad electric type. It most helps that it's really freaking cute. And to cover, I've decided I'm not really doing the Pokedex entries anymore because I feel like it adds extra to the video so I can talk about other stuff. But I do want to cover Yamper's because it's funny. This gluttonous Pokemon only assists people with their work because it wants treats. As it runs, it crackles with electricity. And I should probably cover Choodle. Choodle's the Water-type turtle Pokemon. Choodle has a large attack stat but a low special attack. Starting out, Choodle only has one water move, Water Gun, but gets a lot of physical attacks like Headbutt at level 24, level 21, and Jaw Lock at level 35. It evolves at level 22 where it gets a dual rock type. Just makes it even weaker to grass types, but better against electric. I like Choodle because it's cute, but I'm not vibing with it. There are a lot of better water types coming up in this part, for example. So if you're interested in those, then go with those. But if you really like Choodle, go with Choodle. And that's pretty much it for Route 2. I'm sorry I probably missed some stuff. We got camping gear. We can actually camp, which is cool, and do some other stuff. But I just wanted to cover those, get those out of the way. So, yeah. And the mums even, are here to send us off as we head out on our adventure. So, yeah. Recycling that HOW animation again, I see, Hop. Got a little cutscene here, tapping those feet, probably listening to some music. I don't actually know, I was trying to go with a certain song, but yeah, we're heading to Motostoke City. The funny thing actually is Motostoke, or not most, like the towns in general in this game, none of them have, like, end with town or city. That's a first for the series, I'm pretty sure. But we're actually heading to a place called the Wild Area, and this is one of the biggest well, I don't want to say gimmicks, it's not a gimmick, but it's one of the biggest additions to this game, I'll say. But due to the train being halted, we can't get a Motostoke yet, so we have to run through the Wild Area. The Wild Area is basically this entire part. It's why this part is so long. Technically shorter than last episode, but honestly, after this part, the parts should be shorter, because it's really, the Wild Area is just big, and there's a lot to cover in it, so. And we're not even going to go through the entire Wild Area. We're only going for maybe like a small section of it, I'd argue. The Wild Area, like, this theme is actually pretty good. This isn't the Wild Area theme, but it's good. Here you can heal up with this lady. If you want to come back here while you're fighting the Wild Area, you can also do that as well. Or if you battled Hop and you didn't heal for whatever reason, you can do that as well. So, yeah. So, yeah, that big tower where you kind of see like a Big Ben, that's Motostoke. Motostoke's a cool city. We'll cover it in the next episode, but still, I like it. Hi, Sonia. I will say, I do... Sonya has those little hearts in her hair. I do think those are kind of cute. I don't know why, but they're kind of adorable, so... She also plays with her hair a lot. I don't know why. She just does it a lot. So yeah, she's bringing up we can Dynamax her Pokemon. We will be doing that later in this part. I'm gonna save it more towards the end, though. You can actually do a Dynamax battle right in the beginning of the wild area. Like, I think you can, as soon as you get in it, like, there's one on that little area you can go to. Thank God for this item, by the way. It's called the Box Link. With the Box Link, you can take Pokemon and put them in your box whenever you want, and take them out of your box whenever you want. This, honestly, the EXP thing, I know people like that. This is my favorite thing they've ever added in the entire series. Well, not in the entire series, but in a long time. Because it makes training so much easier if you want to do that. And if I want to go out and level up my Pokemon, and I only really do specifically like 1 or 2 so they can level up faster, it makes it so much easier. Starting out of the wild area, this place is huge. The trees look really bad. It's a thing everyone knows because of the memes. Yeah, this game could have looked better. But we have a new Pokemon here. We have Vulpix, the Fire Fox Pokemon. Vulpix is a really, really cute fox. I literally love Vulpix a lot. Anime watchers probably remember Brock's Vulpix or Lily's Alolan Vulpix from the Sun and Moon anime. People who don't know, Alolan Vulpix is an ice type rather than a fire type. I'm gonna cover Alolan Vulpix later, though. Vulpix has really high special defense and speed stats. Vulpix can also learn a lot of great fire attacks. I highly recommend giving it Will-O-Wisp, for example, because I've used Vulpix before. Will-O-Wisp, Flamethrower, add a couple more moves on there. Vulpix is pretty great, especially when it comes to Ninetales. I do like Vulpix a lot. I'm more favorable to the Growlithe line, but still, it's pretty good. And next up is Bunnelby. Bunnelby is a normal rabbit Pokemon. It was basically the Rattata of Gen 6. Bunnelby isn't great. It has a high speed stat, but its other stats are lacking, I'll put it that way. When it evolves into Diggersby, it's a dual ground type added on, which might sound good, but kinda hurts it in my opinion. Yes, it gets ground attacks, like Earthquake and stuff, which is a great move, but it doesn't really improve, like, for the stats that matter. It gets better defense and speed stats, so I guess it can be kind of tanky, I don't know, but I'm admittedly not a big Bunnelby fan aside from the design. Like, the Vulpix anime watchers may remember Clement from Gen 6 having a Bunnelby as it evolves at level 20, so... Bunnelby, not my favorite. There's a better normal type coming up in this part, actually. I'm not going to catch one, but I will definitely bring it up for it. And because the wild area is really big and there's a lot to cover and I don't want to overload this part with bios, I've decided later on in the LP, I'm just going to make a huge video covering the Pants Dex entries of the wild area. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. I'm kidding. I love doing these. They're fun. But it's like, that's going to be a lot of work put into that. So I'm literally going to make a video just covering all, including the ones I don't know if I'll cover the ones I cover here. I might leave them out. But the rest of them for the wild area, because it's massive. So, yeah. I do like the idea of the wild area. It's a big open area, but the issue... Well, the thing is, what helps it, I think, is... Thank God they made it now where Pokemon can just appear in the grass so you can see them. What hurts is there's a lot of pop-in when you do it. That's kind of the sad thing, but it could be worse. That Pokemon is great, by the way. We can't get one yet. I will do a little thing on it later, but that Pokemon is so good. But as you probably see, we've been running to those things and getting watts, or W's, whatever they are. Those are basically your currency for the wild area. Here we have Tyrogue. Tyrogue's a pretty interesting Pokemon. It's a fighting type that when it reaches level 20 can evolve into 3 different Pokemon. If it has a higher attack than defense stat, it evolves into Hitmonlee. If its defense stat is higher than its attack, it turns into Hitmonchan. And if both stats are the same, however, it can evolve into Hitmontop. When caught, Tyrogue has a base stat of 35 for each of its stats, so that's kind of eh. But if you want to use Tyrogue, I really recommend turning it into Hitmonlee, as it's fast with high attack and special defense stats. It's a pretty solid Pokemon, I have to say. Hitmonchan can learn the elemental punches, which can be useful, but I just prefer Hitmonlee myself. The only thing about Tyrogue is if you want to wait till the later game, there is a much better fighting Pokemon that comes up then. So, yeah. But the water area is really big. I get where they're trying to make it a big area for you to explore, and it does work. The water area, I do kind of like it, even though the trees look bad. But it is a cool concept, I will say. You can get a lot of stuff here for camping. I'm going to show camping later on. I might make a return episode of the wild area. Like, I'm going to make a episode covering the Pokemon Centers, but there might be an episode where I'm going to come back and get it. But if you go, like I mentioned before, to these little holes in the ground with the rocks, you can get 50 W, or just W's. I think they're supposed to be watts. I'm assuming they're watts, because that's usually what I think of in physics and other stuff, so... Those are your currency. When you get to the end of the water, you can buy items with those, like TMs, or just, like, a power band or something for your Pokemon. It comes in handy. I do recommend using them. So, yeah. Here's Metapod. So, Metapod. I kind of went over briefly when I covered Caterpie. Metapod can only use Harden. It evolves at level 10 in the Butterfree. Metapod used Harden. Yeah, that's a funny meme, I guess. And we roasted that. Don't use Metapod. It sucks. Honestly, like, I would only really get it... Oh, we're learning Double Kick. I should bring up, Scorbunny can learn fighting-type moves as well. It never becomes a dual fire-fighting type like Blaziken, Infernape, and Emboar, so that's a good thing at least. Honestly, the gen where it really should have become a dual fire-fighting is the gen where it doesn't happen, oddly. I remember I was so worried when they showed Incineroar. I was like, he's going to be firefighting, and he was Fire Dark, which that one doesn't make sense. I get Incineroar's supposed to be like a heal, like wrestler, but still. And now it's time for Roselia. Roselia is a grass poison rose Pokemon. Roselia starts as a Pokemon known as Badoo. It's pre-evolution, and later Badoo will evolve into Roselia and reaches a high friendship during the daytime, of course. It can evolve into Roserade when exposed to a shiny stone. Roselia is actually a pretty decent Pokemon with a high special attack and good special defense stat. You can dish out a lot of good grass and poison type moves. The only thing, in my opinion, that kind of hinders Roselia, and this isn't just Roselia, this is any Pokemon with a dual grass poison type, is it has a lot of weaknesses such as flying, fire, psychic, and ice. You can get a lot of status attacks, which helps it as well, so, I don't know, I like Roselia quite a bit. I've used one once, and I liked it. It was okay. For a grass type, honestly, I can recommend it in this game if you want a grass poison type. I know it's pretty good. You're going to be fighting quite a few water types in this game. Like any Pokemon game, there's always a lot of water types, I feel like, especially Gen 3. LOL. Water attacks. Or not, whoa, let me go. Whoa, Lance, you messed up there. LOL, too much water, 7.8 out of 10. There's your meme. But, Roselia's not bad. I like it, you know. Like I said, you're going to be fighting water types. There's a water type gym, actually, soon. So, it comes in handy to have, you know. Roselia's good. Roserade's also pretty good. I can definitely recommend Roselia. The thing about the wild area, though, is you are going to fight Pokemon who are high level. So this Roselia is level 15. We have nothing close to level 15. So if you want to catch a pretty high-level Pokemon now and just have it for a backup, you can definitely do that. My first time playing this game, I caught a Duskull and had it in my team for a little bit. And Duskull, you can actually catch it here if you want to. Isn't a bad Pokemon. For Ghost, especially, I think you can also get a Ghastly, so if you want a Gengar, Gengar's great, you know, I'm a big Gengar guy, so yeah. But we caught Roselia. Or did we? No, we didn't. Did we? I think we did, maybe. I wasn't paying attention. That sounds really bad. Yeah, we caught Roselia. I actually don't know if I'm going to use Roselia for, like, a full-time team member. I wanted to have it just for now, especially, like, to have it for, like, the later game. We'll go to that Water-type gym, and just for a backup high-level Pokemon. I'm debating if I'm going to keep Roselia, honestly. Nothing against it, but when it comes to fighting Water types, I have a Pokemon in mind that's very good against Water types. And it can also cover the Poison dual type that I want with it, so you probably know what I'm talking about, but I don't know. If you have a nickname for Roselia, let me know. I'm actually kind of leaning towards towards calling it Rosalina, because of the Mario Galaxy reference and it's Rose in the name, so I'm kind of leaning towards that for now. But I don't know, if I reuse Roselia and I like it throughout the game, I might end up keeping it. And here we have Pancham. Oh my god, I love Pancham. Pancham is one of my favorite Gen 6 Pokemon when it comes in terms of design. Pancham is the Fighting Panda Pokemon, introduced in X and Y. Pancham can evolve into Pangoro at level 32, while the player has a Dark-type Pokemon in their party. Because of this, it gains a dual Dark-type. Like I said, X and Y had a lot of really dumb evolution methods. I just don't like them. But I do love Pancham a lot. I used one for Forbidden X and Y, well, to be exact. And it learns a lot of really good fighting-type moves. I am going to warn you, though, like I mentioned earlier with Tyrug, there is a Pokemon, a fighting-type Pokemon specifically, in the later game, who is really great if you're willing to wait for it. However, like me, if you pick Scorbunny, if you really want those fighting moves on your team, Scorbunny learns, like, Double Kick and some other stuff, so it can kind of fill that void. That's just if you want to do that. If you like Pancham, think it's cute, definitely go for it. Pancham's pretty good. I love pandas. What can I say? I know a panda can really mess you up if you make it mad, but they're cute. They're so derpy. I love them to death. But here's a berry tree. Basically, you can shake a berry tree quite a bit, and when you do, berries will fall. There are times, though, where Pokemon will come out and attack you. They're mostly like Combee, I've noticed, and Combee, not great, I'll put it that way. It's a bug flying type. It turns into Vespiquen, which is cool. It's a bee. You could call it a murder hornet. We're kind of in a bad time right now where murder hornets are kind of a thing. They came from Japan, you know? I'm rambling, but this guy here will give you an item for some watts, basically, and you can get EXP Candy XS, so it's like extra small. I'll get more into those here in a little bit, those candies, but they can come in handy when it comes to leveling up your Pokemon, especially with stats and stuff, so, yeah. Hi, Delibird. Delibird is an interesting Pokemon for all the wrong reasons. Delibird's a flying ice dual-type penguin Pokemon. I do have a soft spot for Delibird in terms of design because it's cute and it makes me think of Christmas. However, Delibird is awful. It has awful stats. It never evolved, and it's weak to rock, steel, fire, and electric types. Types that are very common in this game and other games, except Gen 4 if you play Diamond and Pearl, because there's no fire types, besides Infernape and Rapidash. It learns Present at level 1. As you just saw there, Present can heal you or hurt you, and it doesn't get another move until level 25 with Drill Peck. Drill Peck's a good move. The issue is these are physical moves. Delibird has a horrible attack stat, so unless you just want to do this for the memes, I cannot recommend Delibird. Delibird, all I ask is that you please do not put me on the naughty list. I know your Christmas involved, but still. I do eventually one day want to pull like a Delibird run. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't do just Delibird. That would actually be kind of difficult, I'd say. But try to, like, use Delibird on my team. I'm also like that with Farfetch'd, so. But we have this, well, we saw the floating thing in the sky, so what's this? And this is a max raid battle. So these are pretty different and a new thing to the series. Here you're gonna have teammates, and we're actually gonna Dynamax our Scorbunny right now. This is actually pretty cool. Let my pocket monster grow! So our Scorbunny has become giant by Dynamaxing. So, with these max raid battles, you're going to have partners here. You can either have people online help you, or if you don't really want to wait, you can get CPUs to help you. When you Dynamax, you get special moves like that while fighting giant Pokemon. These Pokemon, when you catch them, can get you a lot of experience, and as we saw, got those candies there with the EXP candies, you can get more of them. This is a big thing for Sword and Shield. This kind of originated in Pokemon Go. I know they have like raid battles and that as well. I've never really played Pokemon Go, but I have friends who do it, so I've had intel from them. These are a cool idea. My issue, I don't really have an issue with the max raid battles. They are fine. My issue is when you have to do Dynamax battles, which is one Pokemon versus another, they get kind of stale after a while. You're gonna see what I mean when we get later on in the game, though. But the idea of giant Pokemon fighting is pretty awesome, I have to say. It really reminds me of that episode of the anime where it's like the giant Pikachu on like the giant Pokemon Island, I guess. They're pretty cool. Let's catch this Pokemon. That is a big Pokeball. And we got Bone Sweet. So, as you saw there, we got a bunch of candies and other stuff. I do like the idea of the max raid battles. I know the Game Freak's been doing a lot of things with them lately, with raids and stuff, and people are seeming to like them. It's not my kind of thing. If you like it, it's for you. I'm not gonna lie. It's a cool idea. I will give them that. It's just not something I enjoy. But, we caught Bone Sweet here. I will not be using Bone Sweet. I just wanted to show it here, and I named it Chairbe because it kind of sounds like cherry, and Sherbet's an ice cream flavor. But, I'm gonna cover Bone Sweet really quickly. Bone Sweet is the Grass-type Mangosteen Pokemon. Anime watchers may remember Mallow from the Sun and Moon anime having one. Bone Sweet, not great. It has a lot of very low stats, and it's weak to Ice, Fire, Bug, Flying, and Poison. That's a lot of weaknesses that you're going to be fighting a lot of. It does kind of get better when it becomes Serene, I think that's how you pronounce it, but you have to do so much work to get it there, and there are just much better grass types here. Like I mentioned before, just keep Roselia or something else, because Bone Sweet doesn't evolve into Steenie. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I think it's how you say it. At level 18, so I just can't recommend the thing. It's not great, but yeah. Like I brought up earlier, though, max raid battles are kind of neat. I don't hate the Pokemon get big. I think that's funny, especially because, like, when Pikachu does it, it becomes, like, Fat Pikachu from the earlier games, which is kind of cute, so, yeah. I do recommend shaking as many trees as you can to get berries, because you can get some pretty decent berries to have later in the game, especially if you get, like, frozen or burned, especially, like, paralysis. And you can also get orange berries, which are kind of handy for, like, the early game. They help you recover 10 HP in a battle, or, like, if you equip it to, like, say, Scorbunny, for example. So, yeah, I will be equipping some berries to my Pokemon, because it just makes it easier. Like, Sword and Shield's not a hard game, but it's convenient, you know? Over there is some Duskull and Drifblim. I'll cover them later. Like I said before, I used a Duskull my first playthrough of Sword and Shield, so I can actually recommend Duskull or Ghastly. I prefer Ghastly personally because I grew up with Ghastly. It's purely nostalgia, I know, but Duskull's good as well. I think when it comes to Dusknoir, I believe it gets a Ghost Dark type. Don't quote. No, I think it might just be pure Ghost still, because I think Gen 4 Spiritomb was such a big deal because it was Ghost Dark and had no weaknesses. So, yeah. And here's Chairbe, the final Pokemon we'll be covering in this part. Chairbe is the Grass-type Cherry Pokemon. People give Trubbish and Klefki a lot of crap, saying, oh, Gen 5 is when this designs got bad. But I'm gonna say this here. Chairbe debuted in Gen 4. It's a Cherry Pokemon. Can't give Gen 5 all this crap when Gen 4 also did the same thing. Just saying. Chairbe evolves into Chairbe at level 25. Chairbe has an okay special attack stat, but that's all it has going for it. It learns a lot of status moves, which is nice, I guess. But like with Bone Sweet, just go with Roserade or something else. Or Roselia, sorry. I just can't recommend the thing, being honest. It's not my favorite Pokemon. I believe Gardenia, the Grass-type gym from Gen 4, uses a Chairbe or a Cherum. I know she has like a Turtwig as well, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, I'm not a Chairbe fan. Honestly, like, you could get away in Gen 5 or Gen 8 without using a Grass-type. Like, if you have Grookey, it works, don't get me wrong, but there are other things that cover those weaknesses. Like, really, the only time you're going to be in trouble is if you fight, like, a Wishcash, because of, like, it has the, or a Quagsire, because it has the, water-ground dual type, but, yeah. I love Quagsire, oh my god. Quagsire is actually one of my favorite Pokemon. I love it a lot. But, I know there's a Dusclops if you want a Dusclops. Dusclops is high level, though. I will warn you now, there's Noivern if you want a quick little... Noivern, I'll get into it later, but Noivern's a flying dragon type. Noivern can... Or no, maybe it's normal flying and it becomes a dragon. Noivern's actually pretty good. It's been Quagsire. There's Quagsire. Oh, I love this Quagsire. I love it. It's so derpy. Wooper, specifically. Wooper has no arms, and it is the happiest Pokemon. You never see a Wooper frown, and I love that. It's kind of motivational, or inspirational, whatever. I love Wooper a lot, but... yeah. If you get the Watts, you can take them to these guys over here and use them, to spend on money. You can get TMs and other stuff. So honestly, if you want to run around the wild area and just collect some Watts, you can get some pretty good stuff. So I mean, it's worth it. Listen, if you have a Sobble, you can get a Hydro Pump. And back there in those grass are Stuffle. Those are the normal types I've been recommending. Stuffle's actually really good because it turns into a Beware later on, and Beware is a very strong normal fighting type. I've used Stuffle and Beware before, and I love them a lot. So yeah, they're great. But for now, that's all I'm going to really show in the wild area. I will come back here later and show some more, and eventually cover the Pants Dex entries in its own part. But for now, we're going to head into Modestoke, and we're going to head to that ceremony. So join me next time as we do that. Have a great day, everybody.